Hello, I have several questions on trigonometric functions in this video, and the question is find beta if tan beta equals minus 5.76 and cos beta is less than 0. So for this question, what we have to do is first determine in which quadrant beta will lie. So I'm going to work it out. So if you do, this is the first quadrant, the second quadrant, third and fourth quadrant, and all sine, tan, cosine, so cos. So that's the way it is done. So they are positive in these quadrants. So the tan beta is minus 5.76. So tangent is negative. So if it is negative tan, it cannot lie here, it cannot lie here. It can be in 2 and 4. Now look at cos beta is less than 0. So cosine is negative, so it can't lie here. So my angle will lie in quadrant 2. This is where the angle will lie. So what is going to be the angle? So if you do tan inverse of minus 5.76, so if I do tan inverse, so beta will be tan inverse of 5.76 if you do. So what you get is 80.2 degrees or minus 80.2 degrees. Okay, so it would lie here. So minus 80.2 degree, so that means it's going to be this angle is 80.2 degrees, and it's minus because it's yeah, it's going, no, I'm wrong, it's going clockwise, isn't it? It's think about it, yeah, so it's 80.2 minus, and the angle we have to find out is this. So it's this angle. We have to find out what that is. So what we will do is find beta. So the beta they are looking to find is, this is, so you can say this is the principal angle, and that beta is going to be 180 minus 80.2. We shouldn't get confused by the minus sign, because I think it's just because of the quadrant, isn't it? Because tangent is negative and cosine is also negative. So we are in the second quadrant, which is a sine quadrant. Sine is positive and tan is negative and cos is negative. So 180 minus 80.2, if we do that, we get 99.8 degrees. So we will be equal to 99.8 degrees, and that is the answer. Okay, the next question. So we have to do the similar thing again, all sine, tan, cos. So once we do that, here we have all the Greek symbols. So you will have, we got beta there, we have gamma here, okay. So we have to find gamma if sine gamma is this and tan gamma is greater than 0. So again we have to find gamma is sine inverse of 0.5432. Now sine gamma is positive and tan gamma is positive. So when is greater than 0, isn't it? So when sine is positive and tan is positive, so then it lies here. It will lie in the first quadrant because that's the only quadrant where sine and tan would both be positive. So what would be gamma? The principal angle for gamma would be sine inverse of 0.5432. So gamma will be 32.9. Use your calculators, your scientific calculators, to work it out. So it will be 32.9 degrees, and it's going to be in the first quadrant. So when we do this, so this angle is 32.9 degrees. Okay, so hopefully that does it. The next one, the same thing we're going to do again. Start with the quadrant. First we determine the quadrant. Okay, so it's all sine, tan, cos. So we've got that. Once we got that, next is where will the angle lie? Where will delta lie? Cos delta is negative, tan delta is negative, both are negative. So it cannot be the fourth quadrant because cos is positive here. It cannot be the fourth quadrant. It cannot be the first quadrant where all are positive. So it is going to be the sine quadrant once again, where both cos and tan are negative. So sine quadrant means it is here. It is here. In this quadrant, my angle will lie. Okay, so what will the angle be? I think you've already worked it out. Working out the angle is the easy part. The difficult part is to determine which quadrant it will lie. It's not difficult, it's just that you have to remember to memorize in which quadrant it's positive or negative, and you have to accordingly determine where it should lie. So so we get delta. The principal angle is 138.6 degrees, and it's second quadrant. So what I'm going to do is, so it's going to be this angle, 138.6 degree. So that's the answer. Yeah, so before previous to that you can write delta is cos inverse of minus 0.75. Okay, so then delta is 138.6, and that's your answer. And the next one, find epsilon. So how will I find epsilon? So sine epsilon is 0, cos epsilon is less than 0, sorry. So if that's the case, once more I will have to draw the quadrants. Okay, so then sine epsilon is 0. So it's 180 degrees, it's touching, isn't it? So it must be this line, so 0 or 180 degrees, and cos epsilon is less than 0, so it's going to be this quadrant, and this is going to be the angle, so epsilon is 180 degrees. Okay, so that is how you will do it. The next one is telling me find phi. If tan phi is 0.5, sine phi is less than 0. Once again, do your quadrants. Tan is positive, so it's all sine tan, so it can be in the first or the third quadrant because it's all positive here. Sine tan cos. Okay, it goes anti-clockwise, all sine tan cos, so all or tan. Yeah, so tan phi is 0.5, so phi is tan inverse of 0.5, and the principal angle for phi is 26.6 degrees. So if phi is 26.6 degrees and where is less than 0, so it's likely to lie in the third quadrant, so it's not going to be here. The tick mark should be in the third quadrant. It lies here, the angle. So 26.6 degrees means it will be from here. So this is 26.6 degrees. If that is 26.6, then what is my principal? Not principal, what's my phi? Again this, so it's 180 plus 26.6 degrees. This is a bit confusing, so I can say principal angle. I'm sorry for writing it in that way. So we will have equals 26.6 degrees, and then we will have phi equals 180 plus 26.6 degrees, and that gives me 206.6 degrees, and that's the answer. Okay, so that is the answer for this question. So hopefully this concludes this lesson, and it gives you a better idea of how to work out the angles based on the quadrant. Please remember, it's the quadrant you have to first determine, and that then the rest is just easy. Use your calculators and do the inverse, and you will get the values. So thank you for your time. Hope this helps. Thank you. Bye.